Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lee will try to explain to Sheila Carter. Bill promises to discipline Grace. Lee faked Luna death. The croaker took a leave of absence from work to watch for Luna. Still, she was waiting to have anyone bust in on her. Now that Sheila has seen Luna's slow body, she'll be overjoyed. After the shock settles, however, Sheila will have questions. Sheila wants to know why Lee bothered to save Luna. The grandmother is thankful, but Lee no way hid her abomination for Luna. Lee could put Sheila in an insolvable situation, however, there's no way Lee will be forgiven if the verity gets out now. Sheila loves Luna and wants her to make it. After learning about Lee's plan for when Luna wakes up, Sheila could be forced to make a decision. Will she keep Lee's secret so Luna can have another chance at life? Or will she tell the verity to everyone, risking Luna's death? Sheila could turn to Deacon for advice. This is an commodity she can tell her hubby, however. The citation of the killer's name makes Cleric maddened. So, Sheila will have to face this moral dilemma on her own. Bill returns home from visiting with Katie. That's when he's ambuscaded by Liam and Hope. When they tell him that Grace prevaricated about Liam having a brain excrescence, Bill will compass vengeance. Finn frequently gets intruded by sanitarium extremities. That's what led to Kelly nearly drowning, and Sheila saving the little girl's life. What if Finn gets an exigency phone call from the sanitarium just as he's about to companion Grace to the police station? I could see Bill swooping in and saying he'll handle it so Finn can get to work. Still, Bill probably has other plans, especially when he promises to make her pay. Sheila has run into Lee at the sanitarium after communicating her about Luna's final resting place. After all, if Luna is dead, she has to be buried nearly, doesn't she? Sheila has prayed Lee to reveal where Luna is so she can say farewell to her. Rather of Lee making a gravesite to go on with her falsehoods, she has just moved Luna to her apartment. Sheila is getting more and more suspicious of Lee and wants to know what she has done with Luna. This time, Sheila will follow Lee home and get some answers. Sheila knows that Lee did this when she told everyone that Finn had failed. Sheila has formerly mentioned how strange Lee is acting and following her home is the only way to get answers. Will Lee allow Sheila to spend time with Luna or will they fight over who has the right to be with her? Lee may act as though she wants to help Luna now, but she sure didn't want to help her until she nearly failed. When Luna first arrived in city, Lee tried to run her out of city to keep her down from Finn and the Foresters, indeed though she was working there. Lee's pitfalls no way worked because Luna stayed in city and nearly killed Steffi. Luna eventually ended up in captivity until Bill decided to get out of amnesty for all of her crimes. After that, Luna not only nearly killed Steffi, but Sheila and Liam as well. Lee was furious when she learned that Luna was her granddaughter. Now she wants to give her an alternate chance. Sheila and Lee are likely to have a battle with Sheila calling her out on her falsehoods. Lee is hiding Luna from everyone in LA to give her another chance to make effects right. Luna Ernadu overly blames Poppy for Luna turning out this way. Will she continue to condemn her and excuse Luna's crimes? Sheila believes that Luna can chance her life as well. Will Sheila and Lee end up working together to keep Luna safe and sound until she's ready to come out of caching? Could Luna be the one thing that bridges that gap between Finn's maters? As they try to help his son to change her life and do right now that she has another chance at life? Lee has broken the law so she can help a family member. Devoted suckers know that this is the alternate time Lee's taken that step. Lee's first thing was to take control of her bastard's recovery. So, Luna's life did end, as Lee immorally claimed. We wondering what Lee intends to do after Luna is conscious, healthy, and ready to return to the world. Plus, it's hard to imagine that those closest to Lee wouldn't learn what she's done for an inconceivable alternate time. Sheila didn't want to shoot her son. Rather, she intended to shoot his woman. At close range. Sheila wanted Steffi dead and was so determined to make that be that she shot an alternate pellet, also at close range, into her son-in-law's casket. Lee preliminarily claimed Finn failed and scurried his body to a remote position, where she watched for him until Sheila discovered what happened and went on a rage. That sequence is easily on everyone's mind as this new plot is playing out. Liam shot a pellet into Luna's casket at close range. He'd just entered a pellet from her gun into his casket as well. But just as Finn and Steffi survived, so did Liam and Luna. Of course, Sheila lost another toe when Luna accidentally shot her grandmother. The odds that all 5 characters would survive that gunplay are rather long, yet are real in this adulatory world. The shock of all that's happened since Poppy learned that Luna killed 2 people and tried to frame her for it still resonates. Poppy's fathering chops can rightfully be questioned, but Luna was no way justified in condemning all that she did on Park's character. So, the response Poppy offered when learning that Luna apparently did is accessible. She was covering her grief in an attempt to push forward. Poppy systems as someone who could reveal Lee's initiative. That outgrowth would be less or cleaner than having Sheila uncover the verity or indeed having Finn learn it. No bone is going to give Luna an alternate legal chance. The most recent crimes she committed were as heinous just like the crimes observers are apprehensive of. Of course, no bone knows what Luna did before she came into the story. Justice will need to be served whenever she wakes up, and everyone probably learns of her actuality. They could come through her being arrested or put in an internal health installation. Alternately, she could meet the same type of fate that her murder victims did or those she shot and didn't kill. Lee and Sheila feel sorry for her and idealistically want to produce a clean slate. But the adulatory tea leaves indicate else laterally this summer or fall. This might be the end of Dr. Grace's career. She confessed to Finn that her ex-husband, Reese, owed plutocrat to bookies. They were coming down on her and hanging her daughters if she didn't pay up. So, she made it look like Liam was dying from a brain excrescence and tricked Bill into giving her $1 million for an experimental procedure. She also prayed Finn to keep the secret. Cassandra Creech opened up about Grace's awful dilemma. Grace feels horrible and shamefaced for conning Liam and putting him through hell, allowing he was going to die. She hates what she put Liam and his favored bones through, she stated, adding, and hoped it might no way come to light. But Finn was smart enough to realize commodity was ain't right with the whole phenomenon cure, ultimately figuring out that Grace committed obvious fraud on the Spencers. She stated that Grace has to face what she's done, as well as the most delicate part of all, which is telling Liam and Hope. It was stormy. It was demeaning for Grace and brutal. The actress explained about the scenes where she'll have to admit everything to Liam. She stated that the moment Grace confesses, everything shows off her vulnerability. While she'll have to pay Bill back, she's more concerned with dealing with the fallout from her conduct. This story harkens back to when Grace's partner, Reese, abducted Hope and Liam's baby, Beth. He'd gambling debts and owed some unrighteous characters a ton of plutocrat, and landed in jail. But Creech explained the stakes, noting, this time, the people to whom he owes plutocrat were coming after her daughters. With him behind bars, he couldn't pay them off. It fell on her shoulders to take care of the situation, and Creech stated, occasionally, good people are forced to do bad effects. But when the dust settles, Grace may not have a career presently and could indeed see jail time. Maybe we'll get to see Reese if she joins him in the slammer.